Welcome back to day 2, round 2. Last night we went to the auto parts store to get a replacement for this guy. Look at that. I don't know how I never noticed that before, but there's that piece. And we got ourselves a brand new one from O'Reilly's. Only 85 bucks. Rock Auto has it for 30. Yeah, but there's delays, there's shipping, etc. So we're gonna just start throwing parts at this thing until it's ready to go back to the alignment shop. Ready? Here goes. We have the CV axle here where the rubber boot has come off, and I'm not getting a new CV axle until this thing is actually in need of replacement. So we're gonna just clean this and put as much lube, some chassis grease, pack it with chassis grease to keep it from rusting, to keep the water and elements out. So that's that. We have to clean out the inside of this guy. There we go. 5-gallon bucket, some brake clean. Authentic. Little brush. And let's see if we can do this without dropping it. There we go. That looks good. Oh yeah. Let's get a rag and clean that guy out. A little shop towel to clean the innards out. Oh, that is so nice. I'm gonna just put a light coat of chassis grease in here. Huh. That's all this is. Premium Napa multi-purpose wheel bearing and chassis grease. Good. And that's that. I don't know if the best way is to put this on first or second. Let's put the little grease fitting on there so we don't have to work in a confined space. It'd be nice if this was a right angle one, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to reach the grease fitting in there. Oh, come on, man. Now, that looks like it's going in cockeyed. Is this an 8? Yeah, this one's an 8. Well, it's catching. At least I think it's catching. Yeah, there it goes. So, how's the ball bearing? The ball bearing work? Yeah. Let's get some Molly synth. Synthetic Molly Badenum Dum Dum. Or something like that, anyway. Ooh, I heard something's coming out now. I don't know if that's enough. Let's get that bolt in first, if we can. There we go. All right, get the big bolt ready. Come on. All right, let's get this in position. Before we do, give it a little bit of grease. All right, and just put some on these splines too. All right, we don't want to get it on the threads of the axle. Now we're going to try and wrestle this guy in. Oh, not bad. There, it's in. Now, we're going to have to get a magic lift kit or something. How did this come? All right, those guys went down there and there and there and there. So this is in the right position. Let's keep this thing from falling, going up. My jacking, the car is going up. There. Just got to get it up into this slot. You could try and manually get it in there. There we go. I think that's it. Let's just run these guys down. I'm at the same position that I took the other one off at. Good. 1 1/16. It's kind of stopping there, so let's line it up with a hole. Let's loosen it. Why is it that these cotter pins are giving me all this trouble? Okay, good enough. Now the top one, this guy, it's 15. Well, this is 17. I don't have a 16. It'll have to do. Ow. Just keep your fingers away from there from getting pinched. Boy, I felt that. All right. We should probably torque that guy down. So remind me, so I don't forget. Give some chassis grease on this guy. All right. Now we want to kind of get this guy straight. We did find a straight edge. This guy. That kind of looks right. Like right there. Whoa, we got to go on quite a bit. All right. Let's see. Well, I don't know. Let me go in front and look. I guess I could put the tire on. Yeah. I don't know, it's closer than it was before, so, you know, that's good. So you can't put grease or antifreeze on those threads because then you won't be able to torque it down to the right exact amount. So anyway, the nut that was on there was one size. The nut that's going back is 19. I believe the other one was 21. And you see when it stops moving, it won't turn anymore. That's the right amount of torque. Let's see where that cotter pin hole is. Oh, look, it lined up right in there. Here's a super long cotter pin. This is how a cotter pin's supposed to go on. Now, because we don't like this just sticking out so much, let's just cut it. There. Oops, little plastic thing came off. This is the wire clamp for this guy over here. Where did you go on? Why did you go? What's going on? Let's see if this is the right. Where's the mounting bracket part? It's right there. If you recall, this is the little red specialty nut. Looks like someone painted it orange, actually. Not sure why, but anyway, we'll just put it through there, and with these very awkward gloves, get it in there, number 8. There's a little groove in this wire. Or actually, there's a little groove in the boot over the wire that engages with a little tab, raised tab, so that this thing doesn't get pulled out. That's just to keep it from, you know, hands. If this thing falls off, it's just gonna rip it. All right, so don't forget our Allen bolt there. 3/16. Finally, a bolt that's like normally sized. The last holdout. Now we just gotta get that caliper bracket, no, the dust shield and the caliper bracket. We'll just go ahead and put this on because we have it. So there's 3 of these guys. There we go. For how much this Ford has been beat on, I'm surprised that these dust shields are in really good shape. I mean, the ball joints were just completely gone. There's that one. There we go. Well, we should do the axle nut. We gotta have to remember to... Actually, this one you do need to torque.
All joking aside, this is critical, so make sure you get the torques right.
I'll have to look that one up for you. I'm thinking it's like 190, 185. I can't remember when I replaced the brakes, but it was one of the first things I did, which if you're doing this, it's probably not the best idea because they tend to rust. And even though I painted I took all the bracketry off, and on the other side, even this hub holder, because I had to get a whole new one of these. I needle scaled it, wire wheeled, and then painted it with caliper paint from Duplicolor. And, you know, made sure all these pins were re-greased and slide, and cleaned up the stainless steel slider things where the pads sit into. So my advice though would be to do the brakes last, because then they won't rust. Although they haven't rusted too much, I could still see the cross hatching on this, but I also see where the pads were resting. I don't know if you can make that out. There's that. And it's not too bad. But on the other side, yeah, you can see the imprint of the pad there where it was making contact. So, and it sat for about a season, almost a year before I got back to it. So anyway, a little bit of advice. Take it or not. Now, I believe we want this guy to go in this way. And see if we can grab it. There we go. Reach around. Oh yeah, I remember we had to move the wheel to zip these on. Okay, so these caliper bracket bolts are 15s. And I think we're going to use our nice ergonomic Cornwell USA. Whatever happened to them? Are they still around? I don't know, because I got one of these wrenches. It lasts forever. So I'm sure I'm forgetting something, and I'm sure you've spotted it by now, and you're already typing it in the comments. I just need to go and read those comments. Yeah. All right, well, and while I'm doing this, can someone look up what the torque specs are so I don't have to go and look at someone else's video? Because that torque spec is, all of it, which is less than what all of it was 10 years ago, and less of it 20 years ago. But it's still all of it. All right, let's just put that gem nut, snug it up. I think it was 21, right? Yeah. Oh, that's 21 also. This is 21. So there. It's just snugged up. Whew. That's been cranked down. That's been cranked down. That's been cranked down. That one has been adjusted to where it was. This has been cranked down. That's been cranked down. This needs to be torqued. And finally, oh, you know what I just did? Why didn't you tell me? I mean, come on, you were looking at while I was doing it. I was just talking on and on. You can interrupt me anytime you want, you know. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm telling you all about my disc brake, and I forget to put it on. OMG. And now I torqued it all the way down. And we're going to have to untorque it. Come on. Oh my God. So in case you missed it, The disc goes on before the bracket. But before you put the disc on, coat this with Never Seas. That way, if this sits for any length of time, you'll be able to get it off. All right. These little slide pins have 2 flats, and it's a 17. So if they start spinning, you just use a 17 to hold it. Snug. Now do the bottom one. Snug. There we go. And that is that. Boom! Done. Easy as that. So it's all ready for the alignment shop. Let's put the wheel on and get it down there. Boom! Day 3, and we've solved the mystery. We've decided to revisit the scene of the crime back on the driver's side. This is the culprit. If you take a look at that, it matches the left side that we took off. I mean the right side that we replaced. This is the original. That's right. I did not, in fact, replace these. What I replaced was the steering rack. And so when I took the steering rack out, I had to take these off. Well, this one looked fine. See, I could move it. Well, it's a little loose. Whoops, the boot just popped off. But you can see it still has grease in there. It's still good. It still rotates fully. Not bad. I mean, yeah, the fact that the boot just kind of popped off when I couldn't get the other boot off without using some extra persuasion. This is just a testament to why you should replace things in pairs if you could afford it. Because if one's gone, then you know the other side is on its way out. And you just saw that on camera. This just came off as I was showing you how this moved. So yes, it still had some life in it, but not much. Not worth doing a second alignment 3 months down the road for another $100. So you spend 25 bucks on this, you know, 50 for a pair, and you save yourself 100. So you basically are saving yourself 75 bucks because you won't have to do a second alignment. Anyway, I got the other replacement one on. They're not matching manufacturers. Hopefully that doesn't make a difference. They looked identical other than the boot wasn't blue. So it's already installed. I showed you how to do the other side. It's the exact same way on this side. Here's another surprise. I went under the vehicle, checked the oil filter, and there's no marking on it. There's no date, there's no mileage. So I didn't change it. Man. So we went to our favorite, O'Reilly's, and got us one of these. Apparently, this is the brand to get, according to a very reliable source on the lines. I think you know who I mean. Well, I'll be dipped. We'll give it a try. Anyway, so we're going to wrap it up at this point. Thanks for watching and staying to the end. These are long, in-depth, deep dives. Hopefully you get something out of them. See you on the next one. Hillbilly out.